maybe if I spend a little more time with you, there be no need for this man to be crying. Oh, the whole town's laughing at me. Silly fool, how'd you lose such a good thing? Y'all don't know about that Teddy Pendergrass. Bump, bump. Had a hole right here. Bump, bump. In the palm of my hand. Bump, bump. And I lost it. And I lost it. Said I lost it. So I told y'all, most times I'm around the house, y'all, I have Pandora playing either on the back TV or the front. Y'all know my favorite station is the Loose Ends radio station. How many of y'all have followed my suggestions and downloaded the Loose Ends? I know a lot of y'all on Instagram said y'all follow my directions. Y'all want to go on Pandora and get on that Loose Ends station. And even though Loose Ends was not a huge catalog, it just pulls in all the right music. That Loose Ends, and it's so funny, I don't play no other Pandora station. I either put it on Loose Ends or I put it on Isley Brothers Radio. But more times than not, it's on Loose Ends, and that always pulls in Teddy. It pulls in Howard Hewitt. It pulls in Jody Watley. I mean, it pulls in everybody or whatever. So one of these days, I'm going to compile a list of all the Pandora stations that somebody said it's all about Alexander O'Neal. So the Loose End station pulls him in. It pulls Luther in. Stop writing Tyler Perry in the chat, y'all. We going to get to Tyler. Can the people connect on the music? God damn. Anyway, how y'all doing tonight? I ain't going to do a bunch of announcements at the top of the show. Down to the bar Essence. Y'all keep buying your tickets. Get your tickets. We are almost out of the free drink tickets. I got to check it. I think it might be like 30 or so left. So if you're trying to get your ticket for Down to the Bar Essence, you need to get it now and be one of these first 100. Somebody said that Teddy P song is older than me. And I lost it. Let me tell y'all something. But before we move on, Teddy Pendergrass, listen to me careful, daughter. Teddy Pendergrass is the type of concentrated black male masculinity that I love. It doesn't show up toxic. It doesn't show up ego-driven. It doesn't show up scary. It's something to be feared. It just shows up. Like Teddy Pendergrass and the masculinity he exuded, it just showed up. And man, woman, or flower pot, you know to just fall in line. When a man like Teddy P enters the room, and then he just talks. When Teddy talks, my favorite, if y'all are ever bored, go on YouTube and look up Teddy Pendergrass and Stephanie Mills singing Feel the Fire to each other. And the way that man just opens his mouth and it makes your whole body just say, take my money. It like just all my money, bitch. My 401k money too. Let me tell you something. You know a nigga got you from. It's one thing to say take my money, right? That means my credit cards, my Apple Pay, whatever's in my account. But when you tell a bitch to take your 401k and take your pension, oh my God, that is just a different kind of caught up in the rapture of love. Baby, Teddy Pendergrass could get that 401k, baby. He had me in there changing beneficiary papers. They don't make. Drop down in the chat right now and tell me if any of y'all currently have a husband or a boyfriend that exudes that whole Teddy Pendergrass thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think they make black men like that no more. Just an old cat daddy. Just Jessica L say she do. We must have say we do. Carly Williams say I do. My Samoan husband does. So it's a couple people saying that, well, y'all some lucky hoes then, because the rest of us left out here with these piece of men. Betty Wright left us with having a piece of man is better than having no man, and we ran with that shit. Betty Wright fucked up 3 generations of women. Right, they got us somewhere. Don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie, girl, that was nothing but abuse set to a melody. And he's doing the best he can. I heard him say that was nothing but abuse set to a melody. I love me some Betty Wright. That's my auntie. She the queen of Miami soul. But that bitch had done got her ass on the airwaves and told us, don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man and he's doing the best he can. Which meant let his ass do whatever he want to do to you because he's a man. And having a piece is better than having nothing at all. And we listened to Betty ass, and now we ain't got no edges. Okay, now we ain't got no edges. We overweight, and we ain't got no 401k because we thought we had a Teddy P listening to Betty Wright, and we ended up with Mr. Charlie ass. I heard him say, don't blame Mr. Charlie. And then my mama and them ought to be ashamed of themselves because in Miami, Betty Wright music is just a rites of passage. It ain't no reason years old. They should have known I was going to be a faggot then. I'm 7 years old talking about, don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just, they should have known something was wrong with my ass then. They should have known then. Okay. Okay, and then had us singing Tonight is the Night. Our parents ain't had no business driving home at night with Tonight is the Night playing that song about that lady losing her virginity down early. Losing it real early down to the house. And our mamas used to be singing. I can see my mama right now in the McDonald's line with her red lipstick on, just singing it. And they would get caught up in the rapture when they be singing that Tonight is the Night. And y'all, if y'all had a black mama and all the black aunties, they used to be in that thing. And it took you getting older to now understand what it was all about. And I'm not going to lie to you. Now that I'm 41 reflecting on that, I'm going to urge all the parents out here, let your children see that you're human more often. When my sister was visiting here, my sister, my cousin Tina, and all of them, all the adults, the kids was in one room, all the adults, we got drunk a little bit, and we was playing all the music that we would play in high school. Anybody want a motherfucking die? Come see I, who, me, Ddtb. Like, we just going, flowing, all the adults, right? Because all of us are in this age bracket, but when we get together, we still think we 17-year-olds in Miami. And the songs was cussing, and some of the songs was sexually explicit. And my niece and my nephew could not believe my sister was rapping. And my sister said something so profound in that moment. I don't know if she realized or she meant to be poetic, but my sister said something along the lines of, like, I'm not hiding myself. I'm not hiding who I am from my kids. You know what I'm saying? And granted, we ain't no Sexy Red family, bust it down. You know what I'm saying? Every night of the week. But when the family get together, all the cousins get together and the liquor start flowing, you know what I'm saying? We backslide and revert to our old ways. And I just think that it's beautiful and it creates very strong lines of communication with your children when they're able to see some of the human sides of you. Just my 2 cents as someone who was not able to talk to their parents that much because my parents never let me see the human side of them. All right. Y'all, now we don't really know this white lady like this, so she ain't finna get none of our funeral money, but I'm just finna say this because I don't want them to sue me for discrimination saying I don't announce when the white people die. But Anne Burrell, not to be confused with Kim, Anne Burrell from Food Network passed away, at 55 years old. Now, I'm not a big Food Network watcher, but I have glimpsed past it enough to see this lady. 55 is very young. And it says, according to TMZ, Burrell was found unresponsive in her Brooklyn home when EMS received a call for assistance. They were unfortunately unable to revive her once they arrived. The cause of death has not been determined yet. I'm not going to speculate. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to tell you one thing about me. I ain't never had a problem with a white woman with this haircut. I ain't never had a problem with a white woman with this haircut, and y'all know I'm telling the truth. Every white bitch with this haircut, cool as hell. And matter of fact, I'm gonna take some funeral money. We gonna do the cupcakes. We gonna do the cupcakes. We gonna do the desserts. So, and I move. Can I take what y'all think? 5,000 for the desserts. I got a motion on the floor, $5,000. All opposed. Y'all can oppose, deny, or amend. And Nika Langston said we could do some chicken too. All right, we'll do some chicken. We'll do chicken and we'll do the desserts. I'm gonna pull 5,000 out the fume fund. That's all we could do. But yes, every white woman with this haircut has always. They said deny. We're not gonna. Now, Sierra said 2,500. Christina B say opposed. Y'all is listen. Y'all know we black. We gotta misappropriate the money. Y'all know all that money. We gotta misappropriate some of it because we black. Bitch, y'all know I'm finna take some of that money to Gucci and show up with just some of them cakes. Come on now, y'all know how this go. All right, guys. Top of the show. Let's get into the miserable stuff. Let's get into the political corner. I won't sit in it too long. Trump travel bans from 12 countries, restricts 7 more. New policy targets mostly African and Muslim nations. Over 30 more countries could be added to the list. And under this new policy, travelers from places like Iran, Haiti, Sudan, and Somalia are completely barred from entering the U.S. And yes, they have already valid visas issued before June 7th. And, you know, the interesting thing about this is that you will find his supporters and you will find white people, certain Trump supporters. Let me not say white people. You will find certain diehard Trump supporters. No, I'm going to say white people on this one, who will twist themselves in knots to explain how this is not rooted in racism. But here's the funny thing. You ever had somebody like want to inflict something on you, but you really don't care? Like, girl, in 2025, ain't nobody trying to come to the United States. The United States is ghetto. Ain't nobody trying to come here. We are the effing laughing stock on a global stage right now. I'm going to tell you something. The only people that I feel bad for, the only people, I don't care as far as people for business travel and vacation travel. I don't care about that. Whatever. They'll be fine. They can go other places. It does bother me about the people who need to travel to see family. You know what I'm saying? If you a Haitian grandma in Haiti and you want to come to Miami for the Christmas to see your family, I do think it's messed up in that regard. But outside of that, nobody wants to come to the United States in 2025. It's too ghetto right here. And Iran and Iraq, them finna bomb our ass anyway. So ain't much finna be left when this man finished with our ass anyway. I'm telling y'all, and y'all better stay tuned and mark my words here when it happens. Listen to me. And I ain't never try to pass myself off to be prophetess Juanita Bynum. I ain't never try to say I was prophetess Juanita Bynum. Y'all be careful and y'all stay y'all ass home, because there is something domestic and on a terrorism level about to happen. All right. Now, our military is so strong, they can't send no missiles over here without them being intercepted for the most part, but they can bomb our ass from within. I am telling y'all now, and I'm not wishing it, and I'm not speaking it into existence, and that's not my intention, but my spirit in my bones has already told me something very catastrophic is about to happen on American soil. I just feel it. I just feel it. This man is bullying and bothering people too much, and as this war and you know, I'm not the most politically inclined, but I am feeling like there may even be something that happens on our soil, domestic, that pushes us to get involved with that damn war, whether it be a false flag or a real event. But the plan is always to get us involved in that war, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Stay your ass from round to the Super Bowls. Stay your ass out in them court buildings. Stay your ass out them hospitals. You know, when they bomb people, they don't really bomb people at home. When they bomb people, they don't really bomb people at home. They bomb them all. It's gonna be mass casualties. They're gonna bomb the airport. They're gonna bomb the hospital. They're gonna bomb the courthouse. They're gonna bomb the Super Bowl. Y'all better stay your ass home or go around Auntie Teresa's house. They're gonna bomb a Beyonce concert. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all better stay your ass home or go around Auntie Teresa's house. Because see, me and mine, we put a pack of crab legs on the thing and some meat on the grill, and we stay home. Small town living looking real good right about now. Cordele, Georgia looking real good right about now. Valdosta, Georgia looking real good right about now. It's going to happen in a big city at a big populated place. And you bet not hope Putin and China ain't corralled forces and we get hit with multiple domestic terrorist attacks, one from each country that hate us, in the words of 2 Chainz, at the same damn time. They gonna bomb all our ass at the same damn time. You better hope that don't happen. Last thing in the political corner is going to be my retort to a South Florida Latino girl who voted for Trump, and now her terminally ill daddy got detained by ICE. Take a listen.
No one deserves to go through something like this behind bars. He has lived in Florida for more than half his life and worked for the same construction job for many decades. Every day that goes without him here is a day lost forever. This is about being human, about love, connection, and presence. The one thing he needs the most is the one thing that we're being kept from giving him, which is us. I feel that it would be immoral and inhumane to let a man who is suffering, who is terminally ill, spend what little time he has left in pain and isolation. Please don't let him die in a cell. Please don't let his vital memories be of those of pain and isolation. The American flag stands for compassion.
I think the most profound statement, which garners my retort, was when she said, it's about being human. And I'm starting to feel like on this soil, only the people who were dehumanized to the lowest degree are the only people who grasp being human. For the record, and I've never took this stance on the show. For the record, I 100% understand and agree that open borders is not a good thing for our country. Okay? Let me repeat that. I 100% understand and agree that open borders are not a good thing for our country. I also understand that America, we do have a problem with people just flooding into this country, right? I recognize that all of those things are issues. However, it's the human side of me that won't allow me to give a damn. The human part of me, honestly and truthfully, will not allow me to give a damn. I don't give a damn if them people come over here. I don't give a damn if them people walk across that border. I don't give a damn if them people come over here and get welfare. I don't. I don't give a damn if them people come over here and get food stamps. I don't. Why should I? The human side of me says, listen, nobody wants to leave their native land. Them people coming over here trying to do better for themselves. That shit don't bother me one bit. Illegal people, immigrants coming into the country, coming in by the boatloads, it don't bother me one bit. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've said this before, and y'all gonna have to educate me better if I'm wrong. If you don't live in a border state, I really don't think you should have much to say about this argument. You're not finna tell me, Miss White Woman that live in Vermont, that the immigrants bothering you. You're not finna tell me, Mr. Cattle Ranch owner in Oklahoma, that the immigrants being here one way or another affects you. You're not finna tell me that, because I'm not finna believe it. Okay? Now, I get it. Border states are more directly impacted, and they can make statements like, I can't even get in the hospital because all the immigrants is in there. Da, 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 da. Okay, I can understand it for people, who live in border states. But girl, you live in Mississippi. What immigrant problem you got? What food is the immigrants taking out your mouth in Montana? And some people are saying non-US citizens can't get benefits. What are these benefits? Please, somebody enlighten me and tell me, what are these invisible benefits that these people who are undocumented and don't have social security numbers are getting over Americans? And then when y'all say stupid shit like, because they could get food stamps and I can't even get food stamps, why the hell do you even want them? And a lot of times when y'all be complaining about using that benefit argument, you're talking about welfare. Bitch, I'm not finna never sit back and go back and forth with no bitch arguing about bottom of the barrel benefits. I'm not doing that. Like, how low does your mentality and how poor does your mentality got to be arguing about an immigrant getting benefits over you? Immigrants getting benefits don't bother me because, bitch, I'm not down there. I'm not down there. I'm not trying to be down there. Hopefully, God never send me there. And if I do have to go down there, I have the ingenuity and be able-bodied enough to get my ass to hell from down there real soon. But I'm not. They get benefits. Why do you even want your life in a place where you qualify for benefits? Like, that's why it's a non-argument for me personally. My life has single-handedly never been impacted by no damn immigrants, okay? Now, if you want to talk about the Miami invasion and the Cubans taking over and the racism we experienced, I mean, yeah, on a macro level, yeah. But I ain't never walked up and down the street and felt like I went without something, couldn't get something because of the damn immigrants. And then y'all all about my tax dollars. Shut the hell up. If the government got on CNN right now, and said they just found the extra $10 trillion, okay? They just found the extra $10 trillion. Your daily life would not change at all. At all. The same way if the government got on there and said, we in a deficit of $10 trillion, your life would not change at all. At all. Okay? Some of y'all who holler about this tax shit, has not even stopped to calculate what percentage of your tax dollars is even going to be spent on these folks. And again, when you use that tax argument, I am sorry, it's veiled racism. Okay? It is veiled bigotry and it's veiled racism, because you cannot say the word tax to me without having a brain aneurysm over corporate welfare. That's how I always know people who bring up their imaginary tax dollars, you're full of shit. Okay? Because if you really had negative emotions about the way your tax dollars were being spent, then you would be mad with military spending and tax cuts to the rich. That's where all your money going. That is where all your money is going. All of it. Not some of it, not a small amount of it, all of it. That's where all your money going. Then this other argument, I heard some white ladies at CNS the other day, a couple weeks ago, say another veiled racist quote. Well, I don't mind illegal people coming over here. I just feel like they should contribute, and I just feel like they should pay taxes. Let me explain something to you, bitch. Number one, it's ignorant as hell, because all of the immigrants and undocumented people that I know in Miami, they go get fake social security numbers and whatnot so they can get a job, and taxes are being paid to that fake social security number that those immigrants, the benefits of it, they'll never be able to recoup or draw down on because they don't have a real social. That's number one. Number two, about your taxes. Oh, they should pay taxes. No, the fuck they shouldn't. Anybody who is out there working for slave labor and working for $6 and $7 and $9 an hour picking strawberries, they shouldn't have to pay no damn taxes. Not paying taxes helps offset them little bit of damn wages that they got for your ass to have the comforts that you got. And the second thing about not paying taxes, well, you know who else is not paying taxes? The wealthy white owner of the corporation, okay, who is exploiting those people and paying them under the table to avoid what? Paying taxes, paying fair wages, paying into their social security, paying into their unemployment. So don't give me that tax argument. Don't give me that tax argument. You so mad with illegals? Well, if you're really that mad with the illegals, you would be mad with the institutions in this country that keep them thriving. The corporations, the farms, the domestic industry, oh, the construction industry. Y'all need to be mad with Pulte Homes. Why y'all not mad with John Whelan? Why y'all not mad with Pulte Homes? Oh, cause you and your husband, y'all having y'all dream home built, right? Oh, so you gonna turn a blind? Why you not mad with Pulte Homes? If you were really trying to target the immigrants and get rid of them, you would cut off their lifeline. Cut off their lifeline. Find the corporations. Come on now, somebody. Miss me with the bullshit. Somebody put, they do not work for low wages. The hell they don't. They do not work for low wages. The hell they don't. The hell they don't. They exploit the hell out of those people. Sometimes they don't give them their damn paychecks, and them people have no recourse. Because somebody off of Real Housewives of Atlanta that own a restaurant threatened their employees when they didn't get them their paycheck and told them that they was going to call deportation on them every time they wasn't able to pay them damn people. I ain't telling y'all which one, but that's the type of shit that they pull on them people. When they don't want to pay them people on time, or when they don't want to give them people they full paycheck, then they threaten to call deportation on them people, and them people can't do nothing but take it. Taylor Ingram, you out your goddamn mind if you thinking they don't pay them people low wages. That's why the industries are successful, Taylor. Capitalism, because we're able to pay them dirt cheap in order for your black ass to go eat 69-cent strawberries. Moving right along. Just a small little Diddy story, guys. The people watched them nasty tapes in the courtroom today. They say the people watched the nasty tapes. They said that everybody in the courtroom was not able to see it. Only the jurors were able to see it, and they had to wear headphones. That they watched the nasty tapes from 2 separate incidences, and that the prosecution is ready to rest the case on Friday. And so there was something when reading up on this story that I wanted to point out to my audience, because a lot of y'all keep saying, you know, I think a lot of y'all are unclear on what this trial is about. Okay. Yes, Puffy is morally being punished for the abuse and the rape stuff and the drugging stuff. But the DA knew that they could not possibly get him on that. So they enacted the RICO, and they're like, okay, we know he did this. We know he committed murder over here, but we can't prove that. So we're going to get him for tax evasion. Al Capone. Okay. So when Al Capone got arrested, yeah, morally, universally, spiritually, he went down for all the crimes. But they had to find a way to get him. It's the same thing with Puffy. Morally and in our hearts, yes, his ass is on trial for the things he did and whooping people's ass and drugging them. That's in our hearts what he's going to court for. But we can't prove that shit too convoluted. But what we can prove very easily is that he flew escorts from Miami to New York, from LA to New York. FYI, if a nigga flew you out, you being sex trafficked. The definition is that loose. The definition is that loose. If you get flew out for purposes of having sex, that's sex traffic. And that's how they're going to get him. And they pulled the American Express statements and everything, and saw that he flew out the escorts. Now I'm gonna have to have legal fish on here to help explain to me, though, how is it sex trafficking when it's consensual? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to be flued out so I could be fucked that, if I'm finna be flued out so I could be flunked that ain't trafficking, baby. That's called work ain't honest when it's paying my bills. Okay, that's called work ain't honest, but it's paying my bills. Okay. Nevertheless, his ass going down for the RICO. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this one. This is just gonna be a real quick hit. We got another win in the African American community. Let me see what's going on. McDonald's has reached a confidential settlement with Byron Allen, ending a $10 billion lawsuit that accused the company of racial stereotyping and excluding Black-owned media firms from its advertising budget. The agreement resolves both a federal suit and Allen's related $100 million case in Los Angeles Superior Court, avoiding a July 15 trial. Allen's companies, Entertainment Studios Networks, Weather Group, we acknowledge McDonald's commitment to investing in Black-owned media properties and increasing access to opportunity. Our differences are behind us. McDonald's will deny any wrongdoing, agree to buy ads from Allen's media platforms at market value in a manner that aligns with the advertising strategy and commercial objectives. Allen claimed McDonald's wrongfully categorized his companies as serving only Black audiences, limiting them to a de minimis ad budget. He also accused McDonald's of backtracking on a 2021 pledge to raise Black-owned media ad spending by 5%. Listen. Get money, bitch. Okay? Get money, bitch. if you see that them people, I don't understand all this. When I went to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, them people ain't teach me shit about legal. I'm kind of the mind state that people can spend their money how they want to spend it and wherever the hell they want to spend it. But I guess once you become a big corporation, you can't do that, I'm assuming, or whatever. Praise the Lord for protections. And I guess I'm just curious to know how many other Black-owned media people are going to be looked out for in this thing. Like, I thought before I got into this story that this was going to be an overall win for like all, and I didn't realize it was like kind of like an overall win for you or whatever, which is still fine. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're the one who caught it and you're the one who brought it to light. Y'all know he got paid. Y'all know he got paid. Y'all know he got paid. Y'all know Byron got paid, or whatever the case may be. Somebody said the money's going to his white wife. Well, hell, that ain't none of my Black, gay, African American business. So I'm just gonna move on. Ty Wilson said, if you ain't fucking for free, then it's trafficking. Yeah. Yep. All y'all in here been trafficked. All of y'all in here been trafficked. Some old stoplight ass Funky Bunch members. All right, guys, this story's a little sad. But y'all remember the brain dead young lady or whatever. The doctors have performed a cesarean on her baby. The baby's premature. Take a listen to what the mom has to say.
Fighting. He's in the NIC unit. He's about 1 pound, 13 ounces. And he's expected to be okay. He's just fighting. We just want prayers for him. Just keep praying for him. He's here now.
April Newkirk, a grandmother once again, with baby Chance entering the world in the early hours of Friday, June 13th, weighing less than 2 pounds. But with the joy of new life comes unimaginable pain for her and her family.
Today we had a family meeting with the hospital, and they are going to remove her at 2 p.m. tomorrow from life support. So it's kind of hard, it's kind of hard. It's hard to process.
Newkirk now preparing to say goodbye to her daughter, Adriana Smith, after celebrating her 31st birthday on Sunday. The young mother, who doctors say is brain dead, has been medically kept alive at Emory University.
Fighting.
Let me explain something to y'all. This woman possesses a level of strength that I hope God never puts me in a situation in life where I would need to call on that level of strength, if that makes sense to y'all. This lady possesses a level of strength that I hope like hell I would never need ever on my time on this planet. I could not imagine what it is like to have lost your child and just had like, typically when somebody died in a month's time, the dust settles, right? You get through the funeral. Once you get through the funeral, that's the period at the end of the sentence. I could not imagine sitting in that energy of when you first find out somebody died. I feel like that lady has been sitting in that energy from the moment her daughter was pronounced brain dead. Somebody says she has to lose her twice. And then the baby, could you imagine then too, God forbid, if this grandmother gets stuck with a special needs child as a result of this situation, and a severely special needs child? Like I hope everything is all right with the baby. It's 1 pound and 1 ounce. This is just very sad all the way around. And I hope by some special measure that Ben Crump or somebody is able to get this lady a lot of money to at least provide her a level of comfort. Money will never make it all right, but at least she can be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of this tragedy. Good. My heart goes out to her. All right, guys, I can't wait to talk about this next story. And it's Kenya Moore reveals that Porsha ain't want Shamea on the show. Take a listen.
Biggest storylines right now is Porsha and Shamea. They have been friends forever. Obviously, I've known of Shamea since Shamea was first on the show. I remember kicking Shamea, off of my boat when I was, on the show because she was sticking so closely with Porsha, and Porsha and I were falling out. But Shamea and I have gone back and forth plenty of times, at least several times that I know of, because of her rocky relationship with Porsha. Now, a lot of you guys may not know, I've actually had a conversation with Shamea a long time ago. And that was when Porsha and I were not on the best terms, and we're cool now. But this was when Porsha and I were not cool. Everything that I know about their friendship, I'll just tell you. I never felt that Porsha was supportive of her being on Housewives. They had asked Shamea to be on Housewives as a housewife years ago. And Shamea refused to do it or could not do it. I'm not really clear about it. One of the biggest storylines right now is Porsha. Not really clear about the details, but in any event, she couldn't do it. She didn't do it. She did not accept the offer to be a housewife or to interview to be a housewife. And I remember a specific conversation being filmed where Shamea brought up something. Maybe it was her wedding. Maybe it was Porsha not being supportive of her. But I remember Porsha saying something to the effect of, why are you doing this? Why are you over here? Why are you doing this? Do you need the money that bad? And I think Shamea was like shocked, like, what, where is she going with this? And the gist of the conversation was, can't you just let me have this and you go over and do what you need to do? But this is my platform. You need to go and either be my support system or go away. That was the gist of the conversation. Now, I've been on that show,
So, I'm going to have, listen, we all knew from the get that what the true breakdown was between Shamea and Porsha, you know what I'm saying? And it boils down to Porsha feeling some type of way about, Shamea coming over to her thing or whatever the case may be, and then becoming that it girl and not knowing how to process those emotions. All right, can I say this? And it's going to be a very unpopular opinion, but I believe that if many of y'all are honest, that you would rock with what I'm saying. I don't think that we as a people give enough grace and allow people to experience, I don't think we as people give enough grace and allow people to experience human emotions. Of course, on the surface, Porsha feeling that way, people will instantly want to call her a hater and whatnot. I'm not saying I agree with it one way or another, but I do understand how Porsha could feel that way. Y'all have to give people room to have human emotions. This is my thing over here. This is my light. This is my light. Okay, now I'm being Porsha. Shamea, you already have your $9 million house, your super rich husband. You got this perfect life. Real talk, my life. If we're going to do this competition thing, you're kind of up here and I'm kind of right here. Okay, so now I went and got this housewife thing. Now I'm feeling a little more good about myself. And, we're feeling even 50-50 or whatever it is I'm feeling. And let me just have my thing. I just want this to be my thing. And then now you're my friend. And now, you're encroaching on my thing. I'm not taking a position on it being right or wrong. Okay. But you have to make allowance for people to have human feelings. The same thing happened with Mariah and Quad. All right. That was Mariah's show, her dream child, whatever the case may be. And Mariah and Quad's relationship was all right, just as long as Mariah was here and Quad was here. And the moment that the dynamic started to change, the friendship couldn't handle it. Because a lot of times, and y'all have heard me say this before on TV, people are using the word jealousy. I don't know if jealous is the right word. I don't know if jealous is the right word. Y'all, those of us who got siblings, y'all ain't experienced that feeling, the older sibling, you was going to play with your older friends and the little one wanting to come. You like, damn, why you always want to come with me? Like, I just want this to be my thing. I think that those are natural human feelings. Now, somebody put Housewives is not the Porsha show. I agree. It's not her show. It's not her decision to make or whatever. Like, in a perfect world, shoot, why wouldn't you want to extend the platform to your girlfriend? And I get all of that, but I just think some of y'all are just not keeping it real. This is the thing over here that makes me shine or whatever. This is what makes me special. Now, if you're a part of it, I'm not special no more. It's no longer my thing. Some people, and again, it don't make it right, wrong, or indifferent. Some people like the feeling of superiority, okay? Maybe this is the thing that makes me feel superior. Now, if you're over here with me, now you've neutralized my superiority, and I'm uncomfortable with that. Again, I'm not saying it's right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm simply saying y'all not finna sit up here and act like humans don't experience human emotions, and y'all also are not finna sit up here and act like y'all ain't never had something that you didn't want to share with somebody else. Y'all not gonna act like y'all ain't never had nothing that you just didn't want to share with somebody else. You wanted the gatekeep. Call it crab in the barrel, call it jealousy. I call it human. Y'all got to get that girl. Now, here is where Porsha went wrong. And here again is why it's important for y'all to give people space to be human. Because if Porsha was allowed to be human without the fear of y'all calling her a hater and jealous and all these other horrible names, then maybe she could have found the words to truly say what it was that she was feeling. But here's what people in Porsha's situation do. I can't come out and say, I don't want you on the show because I just wanted to be my thing. So it makes me look like a hater. So now I have to create another problem or gaslight you or lie to make it seem like this is what the real issue is. Kenya, I rarely agree with Kenya, but Kenya hit the nose on the head with describing this conversation. And I also think because I'm a bit closer to this stuff than a lot of y'all are, and I know these damn girls, and I know their personalities, and I know the back channel talk that we have, I get it. Somebody said jealousy is the right word. It's just a little complicated. Yeah, I don't know that jealousy is the right word. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know if that's the best word. And I'm going to be honest with you. And somebody said rivalry. I got to find what the word is. Ego, possessiveness. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just keeping it real. Like, I have several best friends, right? I have several. And we're all unique for what we do. This is my thing. This is my thing. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, if I brought my best friend on the show and we started doing it, and then, like, y'all started calling him all the time and wanted him to do it, and then he was now in my backyard doing the same thing that I'm doing now, I would feel away. I would feel, okay, so insecure is a good word. I would feel uncomfortable. Territorial. I think territorial is more of the right word. And I don't think it makes me a bad person for saying I don't want him doing the same thing I'm doing. I don't. I don't want none of my friends around me who ain't been doing this to come sit on my show 1 or 2 times and then take off doing this at the same time I'm doing it. That would make me uncomfortable. Threatened is a good word. Maybe. But for me, it's not even threatened because I'm not. It's just like, oh, why you got me out? For me, I don't know. I'm gonna move on. But I definitely think territorial and threatened are better words. I don't competitiveness. I think that's a good word. I don't know that jealousy in this particular situation is the right word as it relates to her not wanting her on the show. But I'm going to tell you something, and then I'm going to move on. I know some of y'all are going to sit up here and pretend. I like the word competitiveness. I liked that. I liked it. Housewives gave Porsha a competitive advantage on the market over Shamea. And like I said, and now with Shamea being there, it's been neutralized in the friend group. You see what I'm saying? I'm that girl because I'm over here. Well, guess what, bitch? I'm over here with your ass too. Now I'm that girl. Here has been my experience being a gay boy, being around girls and women a lot. I find it that in my circles of friend girls, the friend girls will always come and say things to me that they won't tell the other friend girls. They'll come tell me about their husbands cheating, about they cheating. They'll come tell me how they really feel about another female in the group, but they won't tell each other. It has been my experience in dealing with a lot of girl groups that girls do be competitive against one another. Y'all be silently competing against one another. It has been my experience that some of y'all call each other to find out what one's wearing so the other one can wear something better when it's time to go out. It has been my experience dealing with girls that if this girl go to a weave lady that do a real good weave and the friend asks her, oh, who did your hair? She won't give her the phone number to the girl because she want to be the only one with the bomb ass weave who go to this girl. Like I've experienced that with y'all. And so for some of y'all to sit up here and try to act like women don't act like that, not all, and maybe you don't, but women act like that. Somebody said it's the fight for dominance. Everybody wants to be alpha. And with that being said, can we take that a step further and say that that might be biological to a degree? It is a fight for status. And Maslow's hierarchy of needs says status is one of our innate hierarchy of needs. Listen, and some of y'all may not believe it, but it feel good being better than a bitch. Okay? Y'all might not be mature enough, or y'all might be too saved to admit it, but it feel good being better than a bitch. Okay? It do. Just like living in a big house in a nice neighborhood feel much better than living in a raggedy one in a bad neighborhood. Driving a Benz feel better than driving a Honda. It feel good being better than a bitch. It do. Can we be honest here? I ain't gonna lie. I like being the rich friend in the friend group. I do. I am overjoyed that I'm not the brokest friend in the friend group. I am. It makes me feel good, bitch, that I got one of the nicest cars in the friend group. It do. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't no hater. I want all my friends to win, but I do enjoy not being the lowest ranked bitch in the friend group. I do. I might not be the highest ranked bitch in the friend group, but I damn sure ain't the lowest one, and I like my position. And I only want to go higher. I don't want to be the lower person in the friend group. I don't. All y'all, so now y'all calling me insecure and stuff. I guess if that's what it makes me, at least I can be transparent and honest and fair about it. And maybe I am. If that's the definition of insecurity and I fit the definition, then I have to accept that. But it makes me feel good being better than a bitch. It do. And y'all know it make y'all ass feel good too, bitch. Your mama has 6 kids whole. You enjoy being the one with the good job. They might get on your nerve asking you for money, but you enjoy being the one that got the husband, that got the house with the nice car, and the kids that didn't go to jail. You enjoy it. You like it. Because it feels better than being your sister Brenda, right? Right? You enjoy being the cousin that don't live in the apartment, who kids is well taken care of and kids on honor roll. You enjoy it. It makes you feel good that you ain't like cousin Terrence them. So don't do me, bitch. Don't do me and try to make it seem like people insecure and stuff because they have human damn feelings. No, bitch. I don't want to. If we got to be on the scale from 1 to 10, why I want to be 1? Why would I want to be 1? That don't make no sense, and it don't make me insecure. If I had a choice between being the 1 and the 10, bitch, I want to be the 10. And if you think you finna get in heaven over me because you're going to be a martyr for the cause and you're going to lay down on the blade and you're going to be a 1 because being humble and righteous is the thing to do, then you go ahead and have at it, bitch. Okay? But it ain't no honor in being no fool. And it ain't no honor in that ain't me. That's just y'all. Y'all insecure. You ain't a real friend. Well, then, bitch, you lay your ass down there with the ones. You lay your ass down there with the ones. Okay? I enjoy not being the fucked up family member. I enjoy being one of the more educated family members. I enjoy being one of the more financially well-off family members. I do. Ooh. Y'all know y'all get me going. Y'all get me going when y'all get on here and be trying to lie to yourselves. And they say I'm jealous of women. Yes, honey, I'm jealous of them. Down to the ground, bitch. Down to the ground. I'm jealous of them. Let me ask y'all this. Drop down in the comments and tell me what aspect of being a woman y'all think I'm most jealous of. I am dying to know this, and I promise y'all I won't go off the deep end. I am jealous of women. P. Wilder, tell me what aspects of being the woman am I the most jealous of? I'm dying to know. Is it y'all long? Is it y'all long hair? Oh, is it the long hair? What it is? Is it because you got a pussy? It's because you got a pussy and I never have one. It's because you just want to be a woman. It's because you never have a pussy. And they say this the hair. Real talk. If it was anything that I was going to be jealous of a woman, it would be the hair, bitch. I won't. Because, bitch, I just feel like the inner woman that I am, the one that I'm jealous, the one that I really want to be, the jealous woman, the jealous woman hater that I am, the way I picture it in my head is I got a long black hair down my back like Princess Jasmine, bitch. Yes. That's yes. Samara said, maybe y'all's femininity. I'm jealous of your femininity. I don't want y'all to take this the wrong way, but being a man and knowing the card carrying privileges of being a man, me personally, I'm not jealous of your femininity because it's not, I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, but it doesn't have as much value as me being a man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that without disrespect. It's not that. You want a vajayjay. Okay, so can I say this? And then I'm going to move on. And this is not to insult. I would not want that organ. I would not want that organ. I wouldn't want it. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to describe it. I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I would not want that organ. There is nothing to me attractive or advantageous about that organ. And please, guys, don't take this the wrong way. This is just me being the gay boy talking out loud. It bleeds, it gets wet, it's slimy and sticky and stuff. I don't want that. I promise you, I don't want that. I'm finna move on. Let's see. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna just do Tyler Perry tomorrow then, cause I'm finna go. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. We gonna keep doing the show. I got some more stories. Let's see here. Tucker Carlson. Let's hit Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson says Fox is a full-blown propaganda channel that manipulates elderly viewers. They're doing what they always do. Take a listen.
What is that? That's not by popular acclaim. That's not like their viewer surveys. Like, we need a lot more Mark Levin. Less Jesse Waters, more Mark Levin. Mark Levin! What they're doing is what they always do, which is just turning up the propaganda hose to full blast and just trying to, knock elderly Fox viewers off their feet and make them submit to a new war. So what is that? That's not by popular acclaim. That's not like their viewer surveys. Like, we need a lot more Mark Levin. Less Jesse.
So Tucker Carlson is blasting his former employer Fox News for pushing what he calls a full blast propaganda to stir up support for the war in Iran, claiming that the network manipulates older viewers. Here is why somebody like Tucker Carlson, in this moment, he doesn't get any cool points. And I want y'all to understand that he's one of the most dangerous types of people you can ever have. Tucker Carlson is one of the most dangerous type of people that you can ever have. And here is why. His moral compass is broken. His moral compass is broken. He can be sold to the highest bidder. And Fox News, this is not no newfound discovery with what's going on over at Fox News. You had no problem participating in the propaganda machine that is Fox News just as long as you were benefiting from it. You had no problem misleading the American people. You had no problem taking advantage of the elderly and the ignorant viewers. You had no problem pushing illogical, irrational policies and propaganda because it fit you guys' bottom line. You had no problem with any of it when you worked there. And I'm here to tell you guys, half of these people don't believe half the shit that's coming out their mouth. And here is why. They can't. You don't make it this far being dumb. Okay? You don't make it this far in life not being able to be reasonable and rational. They know what they're doing and they're aware of what they were participating in. They just did not give a damn because they were not on the negative receiving end of what it is they had going on. Nothing has changed at Fox. And now Tucker, we don't know what's the truth with you and what's not. But now that you mad, you want to blow up the spot. No, sir. No, sir. You don't get to sit up there with Steve Bannon, half past dead looking ass, and blow up the spot. You don't get to do that. We got a little bit of love and hip hop tea. Now, this is some shady shit. So Moneice Slaughter from Love and Hip Hop, she goes off on Khaotic. So in short, Khaotic pitched a show to Moneice that Moneice pitched to Khaotic, and he must have forgot that he pitched it or whatever. Take a look. So Khaotic texts Moneice and says, hey, I'm shooting a new series called Life After Love and Hip Hop, where I'm shedding light on cast members that are no longer on the show and talking about how life has been for them since the show with their business, entertainment, personal life. I would love to pull up for an interview. Then Moneice wrote back, get the F out my DM, stealing my entire show concept. You got one hell of a nerve coming to the creator, executive producer of a trademarked show name and concept. Find another name and concept or I'll sue you. He's like, what are you talking about stealing? Yes, N-word, stealing. I didn't mistype. Do your effing homework. Then talk to my attorney because that's all you getting out of me? Cussing and frustration and a goddamn lawsuit. And then Moneice writes, what in the entire F be wrong with y'all? Remember my rant a while back? Well, here goes another example of niggas not being SHIT. I got to deal with as a black woman in this business. I spoke to this man over a year ago before I started filming Love and Hip Hop. Like everyone else, he wasn't focused during the conversation. He was shopping. He was having side combos, just an occasional yep, and fake pleasantries of, oh, that's going to be dope. Boom. Never spoke to him again after that. So he clearly effing forgot where he got the concept and name from. And DM'd me this morning to ask me to interview me on my show. So I called and attempted to have a discussion. Instead of being a man, he texted me and said, please don't disrespect. I don't know what you're talking about. So he calls me back and says, I'm just going to have to sue him because he's going to do it anyway. I'm not Lil Scrappy. I'm the threat you take seriously. Lord. If for no other reason than she's annoying as hell, you leave Moneice alone. But I will say this. She's 100% right. I mean, listen. I'm with you when I'm with you. And I'm with you when you're right. You know what I'm saying? And low key, it does sound like that maybe he wasn't paying attention and just giving her fake pleasantries, and it seeped into his subconscious, because to ask somebody to participate in the very thing that you originally pitched to them is nasty work. That is nasty work. That is very, very, very nasty work. So all we can do is sit back and see how this plays out. And hopefully, you know, whatever. Now I want y'all to look at this. And this is another good conversation that I want to have with black women, because my friend gave me an interesting take. A security specialist down to the jail, honey. Down to the jail. Took a phone charger in there for a nigga. And they called this lady out in front of all the new recruits and fired her ass. Okay? Look at this, y'all.
Step up front, please.
An early morning arrest inside the Clayton County Jail after the sheriff's office says security specialist LaPorsha Williams smuggled contraband to an inmate.
You are hereby terminated from the Clayton County Sheriff's Office and under arrest.
Atlanta News First heard jail phone audio of Williams conspiring with inmate Rodriguez Martin to smuggle this phone charger inside of this cereal bar box. Major Michael Johnson says security cameras captured the moment Williams dropped that box into a trash can like Martin asked her to. A shakedown inside Martin's cell block this morning ended with the inmate back in handcuffs.
Specialist Williams is now an inmate here at Clayton County Jail because of you.
Major Johnson says when he took over as...
And then on top of that, the new major that took over came in and told them people that he was going to be cracking down on that type of stuff. So listen, I talked to one of my friends who's a correction officer many years ago, over a decade ago. My friend Antoinette Nicholson, shouts out to Antoinette. And I remember I was asking her, I think during that time, we had several friends from high school that may have lost their jobs at corrections from either sleeping with inmates or inappropriate relationships with inmates or smuggling stuff in for inmates. It happens. And I remember asking her, like, why do women fall for that? And she said something to me that was very profound. And she was saying, you know, that, and this doesn't apply to every situation, but what she said to me, she said that there are women out there who just never got male attention. You know what I'm saying? Just really the short of that. You know, women out there who are insecure or never been smiled at by a man, or never been looked at twice by a man, or never been looked at twice by a fine man. You know what I'm saying? And that them inmates find a way to make their ass feel good in between their legs and in their butt. You know what I'm saying? And this is in this world now. I got this, you know, fine man, or this whatever type of man that I ain't never had giving me attention, and I feel good, and they get lost in the sauce. And I was just like, wow, just that simple, huh? Yeah. Ladies out there, does that feel right? Does that feel right? Yeah. I mean, people don't like to admit it, but feelings drive everything. Feelings drive everything. And I'm going to give y'all a little secret to people. If you could make somebody feel something they never felt before, you could get anything you want out of them. Let me repeat that for the slow people in the back. If you can make somebody feel something that they've never felt before, you can get anything you want out of them, including them compromising themselves and their jobs to bring you a cell phone charger. And I think getting locked up behind somebody already in jail has got to be some of the dumbest shit ever. And now you embarrassed down to the TV girl. And you don't lost your good job. You not, you know what I'm saying? And no shade, but like now you don't mess yourself up with the county. You can't go to no another county nearby and they run a background check and all that type of stuff. And you got this, you probably don't have a degree. Not to say that people in corrections don't have degrees, but it's also one of those places where people go to circumvent going to college. You get a great job with great benefits. You probably don't have a degree, so you probably messed up one of your only chances in life at having a good career job with retirement and benefits over a cell phone charger for an inmate. These desperate women get manipulated because they never get attention elsewhere. Them prisoners will make a woman who is a 2 feel like she's a 10. I have been to jail. There's somebody for everybody. And here is the thing, right? Here is the thing. Because I'm going through this thing now about trying to unlearn negative associations that I've created or that I've been indoctrinated with about human condition. Let me say that again. I am going through this thing right now where I am trying to unlearn negative emotions about human conditions. And we call these women desperate, right? We call them desperate. We call them desperate. But when we call them desperate, we say it with a little bit of stank on it, and it has a negative connotation. When in all honesty, guys, if we break down what makes these women desperate, it's because they've never been loved or haven't been loved properly. And I just think we need to grow to stop demonizing women who are desperate and men who are desperate. And the desperation is just a symptom. And I think that we need to dig deeper and see their desperation for what it is. I know that it turns us off. I know that women being desperate and men being desperate turns us off. But the greater issue is everybody needs human connection. Everybody needs to be loved. Because everybody needs someone to love. Everybody needs to be loved. Everybody needs that feeling of when they walk into a room, somebody light up. And unfortunately, these people that we're calling desperate women, nobody's ever smiled at them. Nobody's ever lit up for them. And so they find it in inmates. Somebody said, I was nursing at our county jail. They noticed everything. I had an inmate compliment my new makeup I tried. They do. Beauty food, they do. And imagine if you in a dead, stale ass marriage and you get your hair done and your husband, they told you was beautiful in over 10 years. And then now you got this man smiling. And let me tell you, these men ain't got nothing else to do but sit up all day and smile at you and talk to you. Shit, they bored. They bored. What she say? She said, true, that's true. I'm a nurse and I work in the prison, and they hype most unattractive women up. And also understand this. Also understand that, yeah, that's in the unspoken how to get through your bed handbook. Find the unattractive, most bad body girl in the prison, and that's the one that we're gonna get to be our mule. Can I say another thing about desperation? And this is why this is finna sound real mean, but I'm finna say this shit anyway. And this is why I never understand the people on 90 Day Fiance. People get mad when I talk about us all having a league, okay? We all have a league based on what we look like. And it's superficial as hell, but based on what we look like, we all have a league, okay? And if you know you have gone all your life And the men that look like Apollo Nida have never hollered at you. The men that look like Shamar Moore and Morris Chestnut have never hollered at you. You've never been able to pull a guy that looked like that. And then now, all of a sudden, the dude that looked like Morris Chestnut is interested into you. Love, I'm here to let you know the universe didn't just magically open and make 10s want to date 3s. Okay? You better run, honey. You're being conned. You're being conned. You're being conned. And I know it feel good, right? I know in your mind, you thinking you finna heal all your childhood trauma with one stroke of that dick. But I'm here to tell you, tools will never pull 10s. It's just not. It's just not. 3s will never pull 10s. There will never be any practical, real world reason why a 10 would ever want a 3, unless they had nefarious thoughts and ideas for you, love. Okay. So if you ain't, if you, you know, somebody said, Shaquisha said, who walks around calling themselves 3s? Well, see, that's the problem with y'all hoes. Shaquisha, that's the problem with probably, you probably need to, since you ain't got no avatar, got a cat in there, since you a hit dog or holler, you probably need to. If more of y'all hoes and y'all dudes out there started being realistic about where you fell on the spectrum, you wouldn't fall for shit like this down to the jail. I'm just telling you the truth. Okay, listen. It's not that hard to be honest. I'm going to go first, okay? Bitch, I'm a nasty, I'm a strong 6.5, bitch. Okay? I'm a strong 6.5, almost 7. I'm a strong 6.5. I'm a strong. It's humbling. It's humbling, okay? It's humbling. Because in this moment, I'm having to reconcile that, like, you know, Q, you might not be all that cute. You know what I'm saying? It's very humbling. Y'all drop down in the chat right now with your score and tell me what you is. And if more people would just be honest with themselves, we wouldn't have all this, you know, you wouldn't be, I'm a strong 6.5. Okay? A strong. And I'm going to tell you something. And I like when Kevin Samuel said, tell me a number between 1 and 10 and you can't say 7. And you can't say 7. You know, but I think I'm a 7. I think I'm a 7. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I love that we're talking about this. Let's talk about the politics of high school. I don't know if other people found me attractive in high school, but I didn't find me attractive in high school, right? I didn't find me attractive. I had cute moments, like when I got a fresh haircut, I dressed up for pictures. But, like, I was never the kid that anybody in high school be like, oh, Quentin's so cute, he's so fine. And I always wanted to be, right? But here is what y'all got to understand if you're not where you want to be on the spectrum. Then you have to pad your resume, love. And that's what the microcosm of K through 12 education taught me, or even in college. Then you have to pad your resume. You have to pad your resume. Okay, so I already knew going into it. I already knew it was other boys in the class that was going to be more cuter than me, that the girls was going to like them better. They just had more swag than me. I knew that. So guess what, though? Here's where I could compete. Bitch, wasn't a bitch in that room going to outdress me. Wasn't a bitch in that room going to outdress me. I had a car. That gave me some cool points. Okay? I had a job, honey. They gave me some more cool points. I was real smart and I didn't hide it. That gave me some more cool points. I was funny as hell. That gave me some more. You got to stack your resume. You got to stack your resume. And you got to accentuate the positives. Okay? For what rooms I wasn't able to get into because I wasn't cute, but bitch, I got a car. So now all the cool kids want to hang out with me, bitch, because they ain't got no car. And I do. Oh, bitch, y'all going to the party? I got money. I was never the broke kid. I worked. You have to stack your resume. Okay? If you hang out with some girls right now, and them girls is just drop dead gorgeous, and that's not you, bitch, you better have the most expensive pocketbook in the group. Bitch, you better have on the best pocketbook, the most expensive shoes. Bitch, your house better be the nicest. Invite them pretty ass broke hoes over to your house and get their ass a charcuterie board. Let them hoes know, y'all might look better than me, bitch, but I got a better life. Y'all might look better than me, bitch, but I got a better life. Look around at all my nice shit. You better stack your resume, bitch. And if you one of them friends that worried about, oh, they look better than you, and all the niggas gonna want to holler at them and never holler at you, then you got to make yourself attractive to that bar. You better be funny, bitch. Okay? When the song come on, you better sing and let the man know you can sing. When the man appetizer come out, you better let that man know you a culinary genius. You better lean over and say, oh my God, I love the fried cauliflower with the hint of jalapeno spice that they put in there. I do my batter just like that at home. Bitch, you better drop some clues to let this nigga know. Just don't look at that pretty, bitch. I could cook. I could cook, bitch. You better always smell good. You might roll with them pretty hoes, but they wear that perfume from Macy's. Bitch, when you get your income tax, you better go to Saks and get you $1,000 bottle of perfume and gatekeep the hell out of it and don't tell them hoes what it is. So they walk their pretty ass in the room, but the men stay looking at you because the smell linger. You better pad your resume, bitch. You better be funny. You better like sports. If you ain't cute in the face, bitch, you better have a body. I mean, figure it out, sis. Figure it out. Figure it out. Now, bitch, if you ugly and you fat, you just stuck. Okay, like, girl, what I could tell you to do? Well, one of them you could fix. Fix the fat, because you probably can't fix the face. Fix the fat. Have long hair. There it is. Have long hair. If you're going to be ugly and fat, have pretty hair. And a good job. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something else, too. And this go for men and women. This go for men and women. Money and power boost you up the list a little bit. Because a nigga go with an ugly girl that's a lawyer. So a nigga will go with an ugly. Oh, I had this friend that had this girlfriend that was a lawyer. She looked like the bottom of my shoe, but she was thin. She used to dress nice. And because of her income, they both was able to drive Range Rovers. Okay? Now, money is the great equalizer for men and women. Now, if you ugly, bitch, you gonna have to pay. Okay? That's just what it is. If you ugly, you just gonna have to pay. And what do I mean by pay? Like, yeah, you might have to get into a 50-50 situation. You might have to get into a 50-50 situation because the nigga got to be getting something out of being with you. Okay? It's just the truth. Somebody said it's the ugly tax. It's just the truth, y'all. And why y'all think men that look like Shabba Rakes mixed with Biggie always get fine ass girls? They got money. Them men with them big bellies, they got hair, them white hairy men with them big bellies and hair everywhere, they got money. It is the truth. Money trumps all of it. Okay? Don't let no bitch lie to you. Money ain't everything. No, it's not everything, but it's right up there with air and water. Okay? It's right up there with air and water, bitch. Okay? Yes, money will make a lot of people overlook a lot of things. I don't give a damn if you ugly, if I'm laying next to your ass on Egyptian thread count sheets and a California king in a nice ass house on the water, bitch. Okay? Because that comfort can supersede me having to look you in your damn face. I'm just telling the truth. And some of y'all just realizing right now that y'all man only with y'all because y'all got money and you're ugly. But that's all right, sis. Because here's the thing about being ugly. Ugly people normally have the best hearts because they got to be. And you appreciate that man good. And I'm telling you, after laying next to your ugly ass for a couple of years, he grew to love you. He ain't going away. You in the family natural and y'all don't have kids. He ain't gonna leave your ugly ass. All right. Now you always gonna feel threatened by pretty girls because you always gonna feel like low key, you know, you can't compete. And that's probably when you gonna go out there and buy his ass another truck or something to keep him. But listen, in this life, you gonna pay on the front end or the back end, but you gonna do what? You gonna pay. Okay. Speaking of paying on the front end or the back end, to somebody who said, I feel a segue coming on. You don't know me, girl. You don't know me. Speaking of paying on the front end or the back end, honey. Woo! Now I'm going to tell y'all something. I am going to handle. At first, I wasn't going to do this story. Okay. Let me keep it 100% real with you. I was not going to do the story out of respect for who Tyler Perry is, what he has built, and what he represents to Black people in media. Okay? Tyler Perry is somebody we cannot afford for him to be taken down. We cannot afford for Tyler Perry to be taken down. Hard stop. And so then I realized it's everywhere, whatever. Okay, Q, do the story. Just don't put your extra funky Dineva stank on it out of respect for Tyler Perry. And that is what I'm going to do in this situation. So I never watched the Oval. This is the guy. He is suing Tyler Perry for some exorbitant amount of money, $260 million. Alleging that Tyler sexually harassed him, sent inappropriate text messages, and then, much like the speculated Christian Keys story, another story broke with the same gentleman saying, and same script, different cast, saying that basically he got drunk at Tyler Perry's house, went to stay in the guest room, and he sleep and was awakened to Tyler Perry pulling his pants down and saying, just let it happen. Okay. So let's address the elephant in the room, you know, Tyler Perry's sexuality, which he's never shared with anybody, which is not any of our business at the end of the day. However, we feel we know what we feel we know, okay? I think that's the fairest way to address Tyler Perry's sexuality. We feel we know what we feel we know. And we feel like we know Tyler Perry is into men. Okay? I think most people feel like we know Tyler Perry, but we respect him. It's not a thing. We go along with it. Okay? There, put a little bit of respect on that. These text messages. You know, Tyler Perry's lawyer came out and said Tyler's being shaken down by somebody that he grew close to, or whatever the case may be. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I read some of these text messages, and let me say this, and I am speaking from my perspective as a gay man, but the text messages, they do resemble what I am very accustomed to as it's relating to gay guys flirting with the straights. Okay, I'm going to say that. I'm not accusing Tyler of doing that. Maybe they're being taken out of context. I don't know. But I will say, reading the messages, they feel like the type of leading messages when the gays are trying to flirt with the straights. Here's an example. And I don't even know if these are real or not. So the guy writes, nice picture. Yeah, the water does look calm. Tyler writes, nice picture. The guy writes, great, amazing, awesome picture. Tyler writes, you don't see the stud in that picture? Rude. That's flirty, okay? Because no straight man is going to ever call another man a stud. Oh, you like a stud, okay? It's a little flirty. A little flirty. The other parts that stuck out to me, this is a little uncomfortable for me. Treat myself right. What are you doing, Derek? Derek writes, just talking to my sister. Tyler writes, I roll, fine. Good night. I'll go through the other 600 people in my phone book and be annoyed that I don't want to talk to any of them. He says, trying to get off so I can go to sleep. Tyler writes, I understand. Apparently, you're not the only one that's been drinking tonight. Tyler writes, I just started. Derek writes, I did it. Here is the one that was crazy. I guess they were talking about testosterone therapy. And the guy said, how do they make money then? Subscriptions. They make money from advertising, lots of money. Oh, Tyler writes, I love how I feel right now, but I don't like being horny. Testosterone. Oh, yeah, from the doctor. But is it making you feel better? I feel so good, but I don't like being horny. I feel sorry for the first person that flirts with me. LOL. Now, with these text messages, people are going to see and hear what they want to see and hear. For those people who are looking to interpret those as Tyler was flirting with that man, that's what they're going to see. For those who are looking to exonerate Tyler, and they're going to say, being horny is a side effect of testosterone, and it is. They're going to say, oh, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean, see whatever you want to see. I'm not here to sway you one way or another. I'm simply saying, from where I sit, this just looks a little too comfortable. It just looks a little too comfortable. And I'm sorry, some of the allegations, and I'm going to call them allegations because I don't know if it's true or not, but the allegations are looking serial when it comes to this whole hanging out at Tyler Perry's house, getting drunk, sleeping over in guest rooms, so on and so forth. Now, here's the other thing, right? Here is the other thing. Because the straight boys, y'all pull it too. Okay? The gay baiting, the straight boys, they pull it too. Straight boys who have figured out that they are fine to the gays, oh, baby, they work the gays. They will work us down. They will flirt to get drinks. They will be homeboys with you to get you to pay car notes and all that type of stuff. They'll let you call them cute little names and talk to them sensually, just as long as you don't touch them. They'll do all of that to get the perks. They will lead you. They will lead you to get what they want. And I'm sorry, that's what this feels like, okay? Here's the thing. There is not a person alive over the age of 18 who has not been familiar with the speculation, the scatterbutt, the gossip, the rumors as it relates to Tyler Perry and fine-ass boys. There's not a person alive. And so you good-looking man, you're not going to tell me that you did not try to work what you had to get what you want, okay? You're not going to tell me you didn't work what you had to get what you want. You enjoyed being in close proximity with Tyler, and you didn't want it to end. You wanted all the perks. So you let a lot of things slide. There's no way in hell a man going to reiterate that he horny with me, okay? There's no way in hell this man's gonna be badgering me to talk to him like I'm his goddamn boyfriend. Okay? There's no way this man gonna be on this text message talking about you just need to have uninhibited sex and get on with it and so on and all that other stuff. There's just no way. You was eating it up. You liked it. It was flirty enough for you to feel comfortable. It was flirty enough to kind of keep you in the zone or whatever. You liked it. So stop. So stop. Last but not least on this subject, I don't know what Tyler Perry does in his private life. I don't give a damn. He's grown. And like I said, I'm more concerned about who he is for our community and what he is. But I will say this, Tyler, you know, if finance men and stuff is your thing, you know what I'm saying? Just go get the gay ones. You got the money. Like, no shade. Just go get some fine gay ass escorts. Like high end. You got the money. That way you don't even have to deal. Make it transactional. Make it transactional. That way you ain't got to deal with this. All this coercion and trying to flip them and whatever. If that's what you're doing. If that's what you're doing. Make it transactional. Just go buy a fine ass boy. And then now being on the yacht with Brian Tanaka, that's a whole nother. But you know what? I'm actually loving the fact that maybe Tyler Perry is entering his Queen Latifah era, which is who I have in my company is none of y'all damn business, and my sexuality is none of your damn business. And speculate what you want and think what you want, because you're going to think what you want, you're going to think what you want. Maybe he's entering that era, and I hope so. I'm happy for him if he is. But we're not going to sit up here and pretend like him being on the boat with Brian Tanaka. Brian Tanaka. And the sad part about it is I ain't even side-eyeing Tyler. I'm side-eyeing Brian Tanaka. Because I don't know what, well, I guess it being in those Mariah Carey circles, that might have put Brian Tanaka in the circles to actually be friends with these people independent of work projects. But I just don't understand how Brian Tanaka and Tyler Perry end up in the same room. I just don't understand how a background dancer who was formerly Mariah Carey's boyfriend and Brian Tanaka end up in the same room. Nevertheless, y'all, oh shoot, we don't went to 940. Lord have mercy, Jesus. All right, y'all, I'm finna get off the line. And I'll call y'all hoes later. Bah.